Hi, good morning. Um, how you guys doing today? Right. Today I'm filming this, recording this in the morning because I've got zero time the rest of the day. Just give you an update. I've got my appointment to sort out my British citizenship. I've got to go and show my biometrics, take my passport, etc. I hope everything goes well, honestly, because me applying for this British citizenship is such a headache. How can you remember? Because they asked me, tell me every single time you've been out of the country for more than 3 days since you've arrived. I arrived in 1995. I was a kid. Number one. Number two, I don't remember the holidays I went to more than 2 years ago. I don't, because sometimes I go on really short breaks. So I don't remember. But what else did they ask me? The copy every single passport I've had. I don't have that. The Portuguese government keeps it all. Some of the questions, some of the requests and requirements are so silly. Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, so I'm gonna go through with you how was my day yesterday, and yeah, I did my get I'm ready with me on Saturday, didn't I? So I've already I'm just gonna do this whilst I'm getting ready for this morning. I have not had a shower yet. I brushed my teeth. I did my teeth hygiene, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you this. This is this LED face mask, and it's called Style Pro. I hope you can see it. I'll tell you why I bought this face mask. Like I said to you before, you try to sell anything to me. If you try your best and you convince me, 100% I'll buy it. I'm such a mug when it comes to that. Not everything. Only beauty products. Only things that I believe will make my skin, the aging on my skin will slow. So I'll stop aging, essentially. Make my skin plump, etc. And I tell you why I bought this one is because I've read the reviews. I've read the interview by the person who produced it. Only cost me £110, and I tell you why only £110, because there are brands that pretty much they'll pretty much have the same design, don't they? They pretty much have all the same design, that claim the same results and cost over £500, way over £500. And this one, I read the specification, everything. It's exactly the same, and some are even there's some other lights that produces that these ones are over £500 doesn't produce. Anyway, so I bought this one because this one isn't produced in UK. No, actually, no, lies. I was gonna say produced in UK. No, it's not. It's made in China. And to be honest, I bet the other ones are also upwards of £500 are also produced in China, because everything these days is produced in China. And this one is also, yeah, but it's designed in UK. It is designed in UK. So let me put it on, and I hope you can still hear me as I do this, because I want to be as efficient as I can with my time anyway. So I know I look a bit silly, but sorry, I want to be as efficient as possible with my time. So this is the timer here. I hope you can hear me well. Just press on, and the red light comes on automatically, and then you can get yellow. This is blue light and green light. Why can I see red there, but it says green light here anyway. Maybe it's orange, I'm not sure. And then purple light. This is Actually, let me check. Let me take it off and see whether the one I can see on the side. To be honest, I only ever use the red one, the red light, and I've used the blue light once. You know what? This one, recovery, in my opinion. Oh no, it's slightly different color. I thought it's green because it says green here. Look. Yeah, let me go back to my red light one. Let me turn it back on again. Back off again, sorry. So essentially, I've been using this. I use this 3 times a week. And I read those who use it more than 3 times a week, essentially they're reversing the effect of it. So maximum, that's the maximum you should use 3 times a week. And you turn this on, the timer is on automatically. So I think some people put it on once they've put their serums on, etc. I much prefer to do this once I wash my face, because I've read on their instructions, and also some really good dermatologists who've got their channels on YouTube, they say to apply this before, do this after you wash your face, but before you apply any product. So that's what I'm doing. Is this working for me? Again, I don't know. I do not know, because I don't have any before and afters. I just do it. I don't have any before and afters. The only procedure that I've done and I saw immediate effect was this one that I did when I went to my holidays to Korea, because I went twice. First time in 2023 and the second time this year, 2025, at the beginning of this year. Honestly, I hope you can hear me well. I really do. Isn't it funny the way I look? My husband always takes the make out of me. So what they did, some laser, I don't remember what type of laser it was, so to remove my pigmentation. So they laser my skin, and then it was slightly red when I left, and 3 years later, I got these scabs wherever there was some pigmentation. And then really proper scabs where there was the pigmentation. I think that was the pigmentation coming to the surface. And then I think after those 3 days, a week later, maybe it could have been longer than a week, they started falling off. I don't remember if it was longer than a week or less than a week. The scab started to fall off, and then what it was left, oh my god, my skin, amazing. And I was told for that to work really well, I had to do 2 sessions, not 2 courses, or 2 sessions. I only did 1 because I only had time to do 1 session. And the dermatologist did to my skin, said to see the best of your skin, can have a look, you have to do 2 sessions with a month interval. But I was only there for 2 weeks, so I couldn't have done that. And I asked him, is there any point of me doing this first session? He said, of course there's always some point. Quite a lot of pigmentation is going to come off, but it won't be totally. And I said, okay, let's do this session. Oh, my skin looks so beautiful. I hardly had to apply any foundation. Hardly any foundation at all. So yeah, so I'm doing this as like I said, I don't have enough time. I've got a lot to do today. I've got my appointment to go and show my documents, and I've got some work to do, my private work to do as well, work on my projects. Updates. So I failed again. I drank on Saturday. I said on my Saturday video that I wasn't going to drink yesterday. I did drink yesterday, however, what should I say? I don't want I don't want to say this a positive thing. I don't because it's bad. It's bad what I did. I was gonna say I only had one drink. That's not good enough. You know, that's not good enough at all. Um, and I don't want to say that's progress because to me that's not progress at all. Especially when I said on Saturday that I was not going to drink. So yeah, but I only had one yesterday, and I felt like having a second one. I said no because the intention that you weren't gonna have none today. But then I had a second one. No, so I didn't have the second one. I only had one. So yeah, honestly, I'm starting to feel really embarrassed because I only managed not to drink one day, and that was, I believe, on a Thursday last week. I feel really embarrassed. Yeah, I feel really embarrassed, and I've been contemplating yesterday. Should I report to you every day, or should I report to you at the end of the week, and I can try to go how many days I go without putting a single drink on my lips? I'm not sure because it's such an embarrassing to me how this. Look how Celia look with this mask. Yeah, I feel so embarrassed. I don't know what to do. Yesterday in the morning, not in the morning, sometime in the afternoon, I had this mild feeling of anxiety, but that did not last more than 10 minutes. It didn't. So that's great because when I started to have that feeling, I thought, oh my God, please don't come back. Please stay away. I've stayed. So Thursday, did I have any? I don't remember. I did have some anxiety on Thursday, and I was strong as Wednesday. Friday I had none. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, I remember Friday I had none. Saturday I had none. Yesterday I had those mild 10 minutes of it. So yeah, so 10 minutes left, gone. This morning I woke up not feeling anxious at all. Let's hope it carries on this way. Let's really do hope it carries on this way. What else I was going to say? Yeah, another thing. I've been trying to be so cautious about the language that I use when I record these videos. By the way, I'm not somebody who uses bad language. I don't. I really don't. Sometimes here, shit here and there or whatever. But I'm somebody who doesn't use bad language. But sometimes, not even bad language, even things that maybe cause me trouble. For example, using the word DEAD, you know, yeah, did I spell it correct? Yeah, DEAD, for example. I'm trying to be so cautious. Obviously, I'm not used to doing this. Sometimes it comes out of my mouth. However, when I look at the videos of other YouTubers, the language that they use, it's so foul, and they don't take any care of the words that they use, and they've got hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of subscribers, and their video is still showing. So my question to you, have the rules changed? Have the rules changed on YouTube so you're allowed to say whatever you want to say? I don't know, please help me. Oh, by the way, something good about this light, it kind of also, can you see, kind of also affects your neck and the top of your chest, which is good. Which I need to put the camera up so I can look up so the light can go to my neck and chest properly. So yeah, I tell you why it's good, because the light goes there, my chest and neck. It's because one of these brands is really expensive. The mask is over £500, and then you have a complete neck unit. That neck unit is £300. This one only £110, I think, maybe. I know it wasn't more. It was not more than £110. So if you're interested, I'm sure they'll have some deals on Black Friday, which is coming up in 2 months' time. My eyes. Yeah, so I digressed again. Sorry, let me go back. Let me take a few steps back. So I don't know. Is it because they're big YouTubers? YouTube doesn't control their videos so much anymore, or is it because they relax the rules? Because I've seen many people using bad words. Yeah, that's the first thing. Please comment. Please comment if you know anything about it, because I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. Oh, that's it. That's done. That was quick, wasn't it? So that's really good because it helped me to record my video and do my facial treatment, my skin treatment. So, let me just get I'm just finished. I'll just get my facial spray because I'm speaking to you. Because my skin feels really dry. I washed it, but to be honest, I should be doing this in the evening because it actually, this is what I've read, it actually helps to absorb the products once you do it. So yeah, what was I saying? So please comment whether they've changed the rules on YouTube, whether you can say whatever you want to say, you can show whatever you want to show, because the rules have just gone really, really silly, which to me, they're trying to improve society, which I don't think that's the case, let's be honest. It's actually making it worse because people are becoming more brutal outside YouTube. Yeah, sorry, did I show the spray that I use on my face? This is one that's based PDRN. This is a really famous brand in Korea. It's PDRN Rejuvenated, and I bought this for my husband because as his skin is aging a lot. He smokes a lot. I don't, thank God. I do smoke in the evenings, but I don't smoke the whole day from the morning, the moment I wake up. I don't do that at all. In the evenings I have a couple. And yes, I bought this for my husband, but he doesn't use it at all. So I said, well, if you don't use it, give it back to me. So and that's it. That's finished. That's good. I'm going through my products. Great. A while ago, I wouldn't have reached for that. I would have bought a different one and complete waste of money. So this lesson, me not having a job at the moment, is teaching me a lesson, not to be wasteful. So yeah, please comment about this YouTube. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure how long you've been watching YouTube. I've been watching YouTube for a very long time, and the things that used to be shown on YouTube, you could see everything, anything. You could use it. You could use any language, you know. And now you can't. That can't be done anymore. And is it because of kids? It's because of kids. Parents should put their parent control. You know, kids shouldn't be on their phone on their own. On YouTube anyway, on the internet on their own anyway. That's what I would do if I'm not a kid. Sometimes I see kids with their phone watching YouTube videos, and I think, why is your parent allowing you to watch that? You know, so those are the concepts. Anyway, why are kids being protected from these things? When I was a kid, I wasn't. We weren't. Kids of my generation, we weren't protected of anything. And then we turned out to be a lot better than the kids these days, you know. We smacked, we shouted out, we put in. Honestly, I was smacked. Even though, honestly, I wasn't. I was going to say I smacked a lot of times. I was not, because, to be honest, I was really extremely well-behaved kid. So I wasn't that smacked so often. But yeah, I was smacked. Those around me are smacked. And right now we are so extreme. Even though I'm against it, by the way. Um, we are extremely well behaved. We all hate, honestly, we all hate violence. We all hate violence. And some who have kids in my family, they hate violence so much that they don't even smack their own kids. So it was a different time zone, wasn't it? I believe our parents back then were a lot more cooler than the ones who are today. So yeah, so please comment. What do you think? What do you think about this on YouTube? Have the rules changed? What do you think? What's your opinion about the rules becoming too strict on YouTube? Did you used to watch YouTube 10 plus years ago? Because I did. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That's really interesting. Yeah, so I failed again. I had a really nice day yesterday. I woke up, had a shower, I cooked, I kept my mind busy. I didn't go for a walk because it rained so much yesterday, and I think it's raining again today. And thank God for that my husband didn't take his car, didn't go to the office today. He's working from home, because otherwise I'd have to cycle to take this British citizenship appointment. So thank God he didn't take his car to work, so I can drive there. So, because then he'd take pictures of me, and if I was going to go on my bicycle, I'll get completely drenched and so I think he did that on purpose, because when I asked him this morning whether he's going to take his car, he's going to do it, he said no. And I said, oh, thank God. He said, I knew you'd like that. So that's good. So yeah, why did I change subjects again? That honestly, I keep telling that just shows how messy my mind is. How did you find the video yesterday about the stroke? You know, maybe find me telling the story a bit messy, a bit up and down. And I realized because I'm just telling the story as it comes to my mind, because I want to portray to you what's in my mind. What are the things that stuck in my mind from that period? Because those are things that keep coming back to my, to the surface. So there are details that I've missed. But they're small details. Yeah, I'll tell you what, perhaps I'm trying to think, I'm trying to work this out, because details I missed are the details that are not so important, but at the same time they're important, otherwise I would have forgotten them altogether, but they're still there. So I'll tell you what, next time I will, the following day, for example, let's say I've recorded yesterday about part 2 of having a stroke. Perhaps on the following day, I'll go back and tell you what I didn't. Yeah, I tell you what. I'm trying to think what I should do. Yeah, perhaps on the following day I just go through the list. Oh, by the way, yesterday I told the story of me having a stroke. These are the parts that I missed on that bit of the story. There, shall I do that? I'll think about it, because doing this, actually, honestly, this is one of my projects, YouTube, and it's helping me mentally. I believe it's helping me mentally anyway. So yeah, the thing is, it takes a while. That's why I decided to record it this morning. Yeah, tell me what your comments are about this. Yeah, that'd be great. Anyway, yesterday I cooked dinner, as I said. I baked this cake. It's a Brazilian cake called Fuba, Fuba. Is a corn flour cake, or maize, as you call it in US. I believe in UK we call it corn flour. is that yellow flour. Sometimes it comes in white, but the one I use yellow, and the one that's traditionally used in this cake is the yellow one. And then it's a sweet cake. You can eat it as a dessert, as a pudding, or as a breakfast, whatever. It's a sweet cake, actually extremely sweet. Some people may not, some people may find it just right, but not me, because I do like sweets, but not to such a level. I like, you know how it's said that the East Asians, like Chinese, Korean, Japanese, they don't like sweet things. I like that level of sweetness that they like. So that cake is something fascinating. It's the first time I baked it, and then I was watching something the night before in the morning. Oh no, I tell you what, I listened to these stories as I'm getting ready. They're fictional, but they're great. They're Brazilian, and they also the stories are Brazilian, and also the stories are told in Portuguese. If you don't know, Brazilians speak Portuguese. Such a language as Brazilian does not exist. Some people, they don't know that. That's why I'm clarifying this now. So these stories are told in Portuguese, and then so many times I've heard in this story, this cake, fubá. I've always known about this cake, always known it since I was a kid, but I never tasted it. So I thought yesterday morning, right, today I'm going to make this cake, a fubá, F-U-B-A. Surprising, it's got cheese in it. Like, it's got Parmesan, that really hard Italian cheese, and it's got cheddar. No, it doesn't have cheddar. No, I asked ChatGPT whether I could add cheddar. He said that's a fantastic idea because it adds some sourness to the cake, and it also makes it creamier. But he said don't add too much because you don't want to go too much. You don't want it to go too much way. So you don't want it to go too much the other way. So see the problems with the stroke. There you go. I know I keep pointing out to you, so I stop doing that, but at the same time it makes me feel better when I do that, because I don't want people to think I've got some kind of, that I've always been like this. I haven't always been like this. So let me put the camera down now because I'm not wearing the mask anymore, so I don't need to stretch my neck up. So I baked this cake with cheese, and I was wondering, how is this going to taste like? My husband all the way complaining, Salvi, I don't like corn cake. I said, well, you don't have to eat it. And if I see you eat it, they're in trouble. So you're not allowed to touch this cake anyway. He was allowed to be honest, wasn't he? Took him a slice. And when I taste that cake, oh, it is delicious. It's just a plain cake, but the fluffiness, the creaminess, the moisture, amazing. Honestly amazing. You have to try to eat it, make it, of course. How could you eat it if you don't know how to make it? Or how could you eat it if you don't know it, if you don't have any availability to buy it? So make it. Go on the internet. I'm sure they've got many recipes. Go on ChatGPT. If you go access ChatGPT, say, ChatGPT, can you give me a recipe to make this fubá cake, F-U-B-A cake? And then it's going to give you different options. Pick the one with the cheese, the plain one with the cheese. So yeah, anyway, this was meant to be a short video. How long has it been now? This is going to be short. It's already half an hour. Honestly, I never know what to talk about, and my videos always end up being about an hour, which is good because I never know what I'm going to talk about. I know I always repeat myself, but that's where I am right now. So I'm gonna, now I've done my face, I'm gonna go have a shower, get ready, and get on with my day. So yes, so to you guys, have a nice Monday. Really have a nice Monday. Look after yourself. As you know, I'm doing these videos to look after myself as well mentally, because I'm not alright at the moment. I'm really not. And some days I may seem extremely cheerful, others I'm not. Those days I seem extremely cheerful, it's just, I'm not feeling so bad. I'm feeling a lot bit better. When I'm feeling a lot better, I like to absorb that positive energy into myself. All right, then I've got to go. I've got to go. I've got more things to tell you, but I honestly don't have the time today. I'll speak to you tomorrow, and hopefully the weather's going to be nice tomorrow. Honestly, it'd be nice if I wasn't so shy. I could take my camera out, wouldn't it, and record you where I'm going, the streets. I need to find that courage to do it, don't I? I really do. I really do. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Tell me. Anyway, click like and subscribe. Yeah, click like and subscribe, and please do. And have a good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Oh, good night is good evening is the same, isn't it? So never mind. Hope you have a nice breakfast if you haven't had it yet. If you don't, that's fine. If you enjoy fasting, have a nice lunch. If it's lunchtime when you watch this, nice dinner. If you're watching this in the evening, if you're not having any dinner because you're fasting, again good, because we don't need too much food in our bodies. Nice tea. All right then. Have a nice day. Bye bye.